Most of us, if not all, tend to think that everyone has exactly the same ideas about virtually anything, which is strange in a way, because if you have a number of people who witness a particular event, they'll have different reactions to it. Maybe that's more understandable, but nonetheless people tend to think that we all understand the same things by, for instance, the same concepts, and this is the cause of a great deal of misunderstanding and friction between people. An obvious concept to illustrate this is the concept of love. There will be a number of people who will have been told directly, or will have heard of someone being told directly, or will have seen it on television or a film, where one person says, "If you love me, you do this, this, this." This has been said to me. My reaction, which I don't think is untypical or to be wondered at really, my reaction was, well, what am I supposed to be, a mind reader? How am I supposed to know this? But the other reaction that I didn't express was, well, why on earth would I want to do those things? They don't mean anything to me. There is a model, for want of a better word, in Neuro-Linguistic Programming called Criterial Equivalences, which covers this situation. The point is that we don't all understand the same by any concept. Some people are more similar than others. But what somebody defines as love, and the criteria they add to it over time that forms their concept of love, isn't the same as anybody else's. I did hear of an occasion where a woman was saying that her marriage was breaking up, her husband didn't love her. Very briefly, the two of them were fairly well off. The husband had his own business, spent a lot of time working in his business, had a nice home, everything that money could buy, but he didn't love her, so she said. So she was asked to make a list of all the reasons why she thought her husband didn't love her, and she made quite a lengthy list. She was then asked to make a list of everything that was right in the marriage, and to make a list of exactly the same length, the same number of items. At which point, going down this list, she began to change her mind and began to realise exactly what the position was. That her criteria for the concept of love were entirely different from her husband's criteria, and in his reality he was showing his love by working very hard, providing everything money could buy, giving his wife an easy life, a comfortable life, etc. Once you realise that what you understand by a concept isn't necessarily what somebody else understands by a concept, then you can avoid fallings out and disagreements. You have to accept that we're not the same, and this is because of the experiences that we've had throughout our lives. Next time you're discussing something with someone, don't be pedantic and start asking for definitions, but just be aware that what you understand by a particular concept isn't necessarily what someone else understands by it. Do try to find out what the other person understands, and do discuss what you understand. You're more likely to get agreement and harmony that way than falling out because you think the other person thinks the same as you and vice versa, and they don't.